Hello there, Yoga Pants CEOs. Hope you're doing amazing. And welcome to day 2 of building a freedom-based business. Let's dive on in. So from yesterday, we asked you just to consider how much time do you have to devote to your business. And a lot of you have a big chunk of time, 15 to 20 hours. You know how much work you can get done in network marketing in 15 to 20 hours? Wow. Also asked that you identify your couple of priorities because we're going to want to make sure that your priorities are reflected with your time, your dedicated time in your ideal week. I also wanted us to sort of simmer on this truth, that true freedom will only come through intense discipline. I think that we fool ourselves feeling like the randomness of our work is creating freedom, right? We can get up when we want to get up, right? We go into the day without a really set agenda. We're just going to work our business when we can, when we find those nooks and crannies. None of that's going to create true freedom, time freedom or financial freedom. True freedom will only come through intense discipline. We've got to stop being so darn random, guys. It's just going to make us crazy, spin our wheels, and not get done what we need to get done. So today we're going to focus on creating an ideal schedule. I had mentioned yesterday that yes, you might have a couple of different iterations, maybe through the different seasons, maybe one when the kids are in school or one when they're out during the summer, for example, if the schedule is very different. Also know that when you create this ideal schedule, it does not need to be perfect. Let's just start somewhere. But we got to remember, because some of people's negative Nelly already starts just hearing an ideal schedule. They're like, Claire, no week is the same. No week is ideal. Every week is different. Just start somewhere, guys. Remember, we got to realize this ideal schedule is something that we're aspiring to have. Think of it as a schedule you're growing into, okay? Also, when you're creating your ideal schedule, we're assuming everything goes right during the week, right? We're assuming that kids aren't out sick. We're assuming that, crazy stuff doesn't happen. We're just assuming that everything goes right. Everything goes according to plan. We have to realize that when we're implementing the schedule, life's going to happen and that's okay. But again, creating the plan the way you'd ideally like things to go is what we're focusing on. You are going to designate every hour of every day for something, for some purpose, whether it's your 9-to-5 job, whether it's kids' activity, their soccer practice, whether it's dinner time, whether it's just time you're going to chill, whether it's church time. And then when you're going to work your business, we got to figure out when are we going to work our business, and when we're working it, what are we generally going to do? So I want you to get pen to paper. You can either just pull out a sheet of paper. You could do this in an Excel spreadsheet. You could do it in Google Docs. You could do it in a Word document, whatever you want. For now, I do want you to build in a morning routine. You don't need to worry about what you're going to be doing during your morning routine. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But I would like to see on it a morning routine, at least 30 to 60 minutes dedicated to your morning routine. Again, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Then in your ideal schedule, start with those non-negotiable, like the fixed things. Where work, you got to work, right? Let's say from 9 to 5. Which is really before that. You got to get in the car maybe at 8, right? You're driving from 8 to 9 and you work till 5 and you don't get home till 6, right? Block all that time out. Kids' activities as far as things that every Thursday night's gymnastics, that's blocked out. Church, like the time is fixed, right? You can't be like, oh, I want to go to church Monday at 3 p.m. No, it's probably, Sunday at 11. Go ahead and get those fixed time activities, block that on your calendar first. And then let's make sure your priorities are reflected. So if yesterday you said right now, one of your two where you're putting chunks of time is your family, then let's make sure that shows on your ideal schedule, that you've got dedicated family time, family dinners, a 24-hour escape, maybe like every Saturday or every Sunday, or whatever. You put your phone away, you don't work your business, and you're all 100% present with your family, whatever that might be. Or some of you said, health and wellness. Right now, your fitness is a huge priority. You're willing to dedicate large chunks of time to it. So when are you going to exercise? Are there going to be times when you do meal prep? On Sundays, for example, are you prepping your healthy meals for the week? Whatever that might be, make sure your priorities are reflected in your ideal schedule. And then what about household things? like laundry, food shopping, cleaning, anything that you're spending time now that, or should be spending time now, excuse me, things you're not quite outsourcing yet. So why is this important? Because a lot of times we'll actually some people find themselves doing this when they should be working their business. That's never been my case. The laundry never calls my name. Some days you might come into my house and feel like it was like really ransacked. That's not a priority for me. But you can imagine how you could probably be on top of laundry, right? If you know that every morning after you drop the kids off from 8 to 8:30, you're going to do laundry. Or maybe it's just one day. Sorry, I should have my dog downstairs. Lexi, maybe you should have one day that's all about laundry, right? So every Saturday, for example, is all about laundry. All right, what about when you're going to work your business in an ideal week? So we want to find that out and block out that time. We want to get much clearer, though, on our business activities. So what are you going to be doing when you're working? Like, when are you going to be doing your IPAs? When are you going to be doing your social media posts? Are you doing them daily? Are you scheduling them out for the week? Happy birthday messages, engaging in Facebook groups? The most important, prospecting and following up. Are you going to be doing a little bit every day? For me, I do like to do chunks of time. So every Tuesdays, let's say every Tuesdays and Thursdays, I got a big block of time to prospect new people, to follow back up with people that maybe I've already prospected, but I haven't heard back from. I'm just moving them along in the prospecting system. New customers and new business builders, right? Maybe you've got dedicated chunks of time to be checking in with your new customers, your new business builders, ongoing customer service, right? Your current customers, checking in with them once a month, but is there a set time? Or else what I find is it doesn't happen. If I don't get it scheduled, then there's like times where I'm like, oh my God, it's been forever since I've spoken with them. Facebook Live. So Wednesdays are my Facebook Live day. I'm going to bust through a whole bunch of Facebook Lives in different groups in my profile, and it gives me peace of mind knowing I don't need to worry about it on any other day of the week other than Wednesday. Are you going to batch your work, right? Some people on Sunday evenings, they go ahead and plan out and schedule their week's social media post. Or again, batching work is also, like I was talking about with prospecting, right? Maybe there's a big chunk of time. I like to do that because I feel like I get in the groove versus doing a little bit every single day. I'm more of a batcher. Like I get a big chunk of time. I get in the groove. I do whatever it is that I'm focused on doing. So go ahead and just get a document like this. You can get them in, like I said, Excel spreadsheet, Word. Google Docs has templates on a week schedule. Go ahead and get it color coded. Get every single session or section block dedicated to something. What you guys are going to find is that you actually have more time than you thought. Yep. For many of you, you might feel uncomfortable doing this. Some of you, this is right up your alley. Some of you are like, oh my gosh, this seems so restrictive. Some of you are going to going to feel uncomfortable because it's not going to be perfect out of the gate, right? And you're stuck with sort of perfection paralysis. Just start somewhere. Even when we don't follow the plan perfectly, simply having a plan gives you more peace. That's the truth. But we think the randomness gives us the freedom, right? We're like, we love not being not having a boss and being our own boss and doing what I want when I want and, finding times to work it. But it's going to give you anything but. Randomness does not give you freedom. It gives you anything but. And again, when you start growing into it, this ideal schedule, you're going to get so much more done. So much more done. And you'll be more present in life. You're going to enjoy life more. So for today, I just want you to start drafting out your ideal week and just show us your work in progress. Some of you might get it done and you're going to show us, a picture of your Excel spreadsheet. Others just sort of a work in progress, or share with us any questions or struggles about doing this so we can help. We're going to continue talking about it a bit more tomorrow because I do want to talk about that morning routine. I do want to talk about a success plan for the day and those types of things. But for now, just go ahead and draft out your ideal week. Put a purpose for every hour of every day, Monday through Sunday. For some of you, this is going to be the most monumental thing you've done in your business, is when you can really get a different perspective around our time and freedom. So, all right, guys, we've got a ton more to cover this week. So glad that you are joining us, and I'll talk with you soon. Oh, I'm sorry for my debut of my sweet dog, Lexi the Golden Doodle. You got to hear from her. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye.